I'll cut another brace from here and then my end piece. I'm going to cut 3 of them. I'm going to cut 3. I wish I could smell that blade. That blade's been around the world. Number 8 by 3 inch. Alright, I'll have to turn you off. I'm about to run out of batteries and the memory card's getting full. I'm going to work on this just a little bit, try to figure out what I need to do next, and I'll bring it back and tell you what I did. Well, I got the frame started and more of the layout, as you can tell. Got that thing, trolling motor, that's what it's called. That's just sitting up there for now. Footwell for the controller motor mount, or controller, foot controller, there we go. Then I got the frame, got a tackle box in here. Come back. Now what we got to do is cut this off, because this is going to be the end of it, and we're going to be a wall right here. So we'll end up taking this, walling this off. This will be the end of the deck and the floor right on the inside of this rib right here. So it'll come up and case all of this forward. And then, as you can tell, rod lockers. All the rods will be under the floor. Open up the door, pull out a new rod if you want it. I was able to, with this new design that I come up with today, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rods on this side, 4 bait casters and 1 spinning rod in the bottom. That one's 2 spinning rods and a bait caster, which I got 1 more rod that can go over there. So I'm possibly can get up 5 rods on each side, which hopefully I'll never need that many. But here's the first round of framing. I gotta go, like I said, and cut this off. I'm not ready to cut this inboard so I can get this sit in here and be done, and then I can start framing in all of this. Now this, my foot for my trolling motor, I'm gonna keep it removable like that so I can get down and get into the storage. I'm gonna turn this into storage, which right here is gonna be a wall. I'm gonna put a wall in at this rib so nothing can go forward, because I don't want to be trying to dig under there. So this will be here to where I can get into some of the storage, and then from here, off of this brace that holds this to here, will be another door, and then from here to here be a door for the tackle box, and then from here to here will be a door to get underneath all this storage under here, and plus this will come out for storage. And then you'll have one big long rod locker door on this side, and then on that side it'll probably get cut off up here. The door won't come all the way up, probably come to here, because I got to mount my fish finder right there. And if y'all haven't seen my fish finder, it's a 7-inch screen. If you so I got to mount it up here somewhere so it's close to the foot controller. So when you're buzzing around ponds and you can see, and as it scanning the bottom and everything, you can see where it is, how deep it is and everything, because it can't be in the back So this door will have to get cut short. So it'll probably be right here, which won't hurt much. You'll just have to be careful sticking rods in there, getting rods out, because it'll have to go under the floor. You'll have to slide it under the floor, which this will get carpet, all this. And then so far, every so long, every spaced out every so often, it'll have foam in here to help support the rod's overall length. I wasn't going to put nothing in there, but they're bouncing too much. So if I can come in here and just put something that'll support them kind of midway, they won't be bouncing around. But put some foam in here or something to keep everything getting scratched up. But that's where I'm at right now. Just gotta keep plugging away. Like I said, I'm trying to get this framed in tonight, actually. So hopefully I can get these, go ahead and start putting the floor and maybe get some carpet on it by mid next week. Because like I said, I don't want this to take forever. I want to be able to take this and be fishing with it by the end of the month at least. Hopefully way before then. Oh my God, I got to put an arrow right here on my camera that tells me to look here when I'm videoing. Not worry about looking at myself because like I'm looking over here away from the camera. But anyway, we'll get back at it and put a battery in the GoPro so I can get you back on time lapse, because that's what happened. The battery died, and where it died, actually I turned it off. It didn't die, but all it was is I stopped because I was standing around scratching my head trying to figure out how to frame this. So I just wanted to turn the camera off, figure it out, and then update you. So that's what I did. So let me get a good battery in there and make sure I got memory on the memory card, and I'll keep going with framing in this back part right here, cutting this off and framing this in so I can get it sitting in here under its own weight. The only thing that's holding it in right now is just this temporary brace right here, and then it's got the two legs here that is going to stay in, and then it's the front deck up there is sitting on the front deck. So I want to get it all done and sitting on it's under its own weight and where it won't shift around, and then I can really start doing cross braces and getting things going. Alright, so I've got the frame started. Now what I got to do now is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to measure from here to here. I'm going to have the floor, I'm going to have this back part set on the floor. So my floor is going to be 1/2 inch as well. So I got to measure from here to here. You got to take the piece of plywood, and we're actually going to build a wall all the way across. So this will be from the deck forward, it'll be off of this wall. And then what I'm going to end up doing is boxing this in, which you'll see it later. Box this little part in, so I put cell phones and keys and stuff in there. I might actually put power in there where you can charge as well. I don't know yet. But we'll see if that comes about. But this is the basic frame. You got this tackle box. This is going to be another storage right here. Be a door here. Foot control will be up there, and then the trolling motor and all that. So we're going to put you. Got me. We're going to put you up on the tripod. Go in time-lapse mode while me and Kyle knock out this board. And then once we get this board in and we get this centered and where we want it, then the rest of the frame is going to go pretty quick. So let's get you up there on there, and we'll be right back. well, here we go. The main frame is done. So we got our tackle box, we got our seat pedestal, and then we have going to be our front storage footwell for the controller, and then we got this. I'm still struggling on how to mount the fish ponder once I get all of this going. I'm thinking that this rod locker door is going to be short, just so that I can put the fish ponder right here. That this door will stop. That one will go all the way up, or I might stop it just so it looks symmetrical. I'm not really worried about it. So we put a bulkhead in here. This is going to keep everything storage back. We're not going to have anything up here. Maybe, I mean, there might be something that gets stuck under there. But we're going to take pieces of wood and go from here to here to block it off so nothing can fall down in there once we get to that portion of the build. We got the rear board in. The way we designed it is that it's going to set on the floor. So once we put the floor in, it's going to go under this board, the floor is, and come to this rib. That way the floor stays solid. If we hadn't, it would have sagged right here, or this would have had to go all the way to the floor, or all the way to the bottom of the boat, and then we'd have to put a cross brace just to hold the floor. I think it's better that the floor set on all the ribs. We're going to probably, we were talking about today, is that we're going to bring this deck, instead of stopping here, come all the way out to this one, so we can make phone storage in here. We were originally going to put phone storage in here. This box was going to be all the way up to here, then we were going to make a square and put phones and keys in here. But once we realized that we wouldn't be able to put our seat pedestal in here, because then it would put it way up here, and we wouldn't have no door, no storage. So we slid this back, slid all this back. Pedestal's going to go here, and plus it works out perfect because that puts the seat right here in the strongest point of this one so far. And this is going to be one big door. So when you flip this door up, the pan for the trolling motor is going to go up with it. So we'll have one big long door to get in here. So the main frame is done. So what I got to do next is come out here and work on the actual deck. Get the deck in, get this fully mounted, and then we can pull it all back out, paint it, put the carpet on it, and then finish trimming it out. We're probably going to put sides down the rod locker. We're thinking about putting sides in here to keep this separated, or at least from here back where the fishing rods are, and maybe go up, continue that board from there down to here, and then drop down into here for fishing rod handles and everything be in here, and to where nothing bounces up and hits the rods. We don't know yet on how we're going to finish it out. But we were all just getting the mainframe done. I mean, it's solid as a rock. You got your brace in here, these two braces, and then you got this bulkhead as a brace right now up here in the front. So it's not going anywhere. And if need to be, we can put two braces right here. But I don't think we need it. This wood, when we first bought it, it was real heavy because it was wet. You know, it's been sitting in my garage drying out. It's starting to get light. I thought it was going to be too heavy at first, but I don't know how much weight we're adding. I didn't weigh the boat, but at this point we really don't care. We just want to go fishing. So we're trying to get us a little Jon Boat converted to a bass boat so we can go fishing. Just like we said before, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and look forward to getting new subscribers, and y'all help us out. And the next video you should see will be us putting the deck in it, the floor, and the rear deck, hopefully. And then we'll start putting all of this in, making it look pretty.